Hello everyone, it's Nick here, and we're looking at the intro sequence to Another World on the Commodore Amiga, published by US Gold in 1991. The game was known as Out of This World in North America. So what are you seeing at the moment in this intro? Well, scientist and physician Lester Knight, I think that's his name, has just turned up at his high-tech underground lab driving his Ferrari. Yes, one of those lab assistants, they're always really well paid. Anyway, he's a young scientist who, as a result of an experiment gone wrong, which I think we might see in a minute, finds himself in a dangerous alien world where he's forced to fight for his survival. Yes. Here he comes. He's got a t-shirt on. He's quite relaxed. And we're going to learn about the danger of computers here. This game originally came out on the Amiga and the Atari ST. Later was ported to the Game Boy Advance and eventually it's come out on everything. Well, I say that, I don't think it ever made it onto the 8-bit systems, correct me if I'm wrong, so you won't see it on the Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum, Amstrad CPC and the like. Also a later version, the 15th anniversary Another World and the 20th anniversary, which made it to iOS and the PS4, to say no least. Right, there's going to be a big experiment at the moment. Now this is to teach you never mess with computers because they're more trouble than they're worth. I've never touched one. So there's an experiment underway. He's going for the simulation, old Lester, but I don't think he knows what he's doing. He should be under supervision or something. This isn't the IT crowd. What do you think's going to happen? Well, I've already told you what's going to happen. There's going to be a big disaster. He's going to end up in an alien world. He's having a drink. There he is. He looks a bit like Fry from Futurama, maybe. Whatever Fry touches turns to gold normally, or does it? So there's a thunder and lightning storm going on. Lester works with a Particle Accelerator, and they're always quite safe. The one at CERN they said was going to blow up the world or create a black hole. That hasn't happened quite yet. So quite cinematic, this game. Now my gameplay's not going to be very good, I don't think, so don't let that put you off. But it's actually a stroke of genius. The animation reminds me a little bit of Prince of Persia, the way the main character runs along. Oh dear, the desk has blown up. Oh dear, I hope he's okay. Yeah, so don't mess with computers because that sort of thing could happen to you. And that's the end of Lester. Or is it? Not really. Now this game has 16 amazing graphic levels and he must go through all of these, avoiding nasties and so forth. Lester starts off a bit unarmed, so the only weapon he's really got is kicking stuff, which makes it a little bit difficult. But later he can acquire a weapon which he can fire and uses force fields, block enemies and even shoot through walls. So he turns up in this pool. There's a big lion thing in the distance there that's looking at us. Yes, great animation. So what the hell does Lester think's going on here? He was at his computer, he's had a Coke or whatever, or his favourite beverage. Something's gone hideously wrong and here he is dancing and learning to kick at stuff. The first alien we come across is these worms things. Some crawl along the floor and a few drop from the sky. If they bite Lester, he's dead, which I'm sure is not going to happen because I'm a genius at this game. No, I'm not. I'm terrible. So we're not going to see all 16 levels. I very much doubt we're going to get off the first level. But let's just give you an idea of how it plays. So this is Lester unarmed. Various bits on the joystick can make him jump, run. That's about it, I think. But he does acquire extra moves later on. Let's get rid of these bugs. Now watch the ones up on the top there. The top of the screen. You see something crawling. Oh, one's just crawled down. If that bites me like this, I'm dead. Or am I? Come on. Oh no, he's flopped down there. So that's the end of him. Oops. But you get as many goes as you want from this. So we start underwater here. I need to swim up into the pool. Come on, Lester. You're a pampered, overpaid techie. I don't know what alien world this is. But one that's not very kind to computer programmers and physicians. Great laboratory. Right. I do like that liony thing that's in the background. We might come across him later on. But I need a bit of luck with these bug things. Really, I would just stamp on them rather than doing this rather silly kicking. It does look a bit camp. Not Ein Camp, that's something to do with Adolf Hitler's book. But US Gold in 1991, and then, well, years later, 20 years later, made it to the PS4. Well, maybe over 20 years, is it? Yeah, over 20 years. Kick it. Very great atmospheric. You see the screen wobbles every now and again. Oh dear, I'm dead. This is nothing to do with me. This is just creating an effect. It's like an earthquake or something. Occasional rocks will fall down. Now, am I going to get off this level? I'm starting to get a bit frustrated. Come on, we can do this thing. As he takes a deep breath. I think there's a lot of moon. Looks like a bit like the Death Star in the background there. It's got a crevice in it that might be the Death Star. Wonder where they got the idea from that from. Right, let's stamp on these bugs. I'm making a bit of a meal of this. Let's at least get a little way. Every time he kicks, he seems to go back a little bit. But if you haven't seen my review of Prince of Persia on the Amiga, which I did quite a few months ago, maybe over a year ago, well, it's definitely over a year ago, compare the animation from that one to this one. But there's a big leap forward, this game, and I think it might have influenced quite a lot of other games to follow. On the Commodore Amiga, you have to say this is a bit of a masterpiece. Highly rated by all the magazines at the time. Come on 2 discs, and to spread 16 levels onto 2 discs, they did amazing. Other levels, there's an alien city. We're in the lakes at the moment. There's caves, a sewage system, temples, and also a prison, which I think might be the next level. I do know a cheat to skip levels, so we might see briefly a bit of the next one. Right, well done. I've killed those worm things. Oh, who's this? It's that lion thing that was tracking us in the background. I think it is a lion. We need to outrun it. Need to outrun it and grab a rope, I think. But I don't seem to be running quick enough, and I'm dead. Well, I'm sure there was a better way of doing that. I thought you could outrun it. Maybe you have to turn and outrun when you're not actually on the screen while it's still doing the animation to get a bit of a bigger distance. But that's as far as I'm going to get, I think. Okay, chappy. It's like Groundhog Day. He just starts from the beginning again each time. We might head to the left. Remember, go left this time. So if I did outrun the thing, we would have jumped here, jumped on that bit. The line would have gone to the side. Then that would have happened, and then he would have chased us back the other way for about 2 or 3 screens, and then a wizard, I think, turns up and shoots the lion. Can I commit suicide? No, it won't let me off. Nope. There we go, can't get past there. And then that wizard thing, I think it was a rock creature or something, ends up being my friend, and he's my guide on later levels. And that's when we pick up a gun, I think. So, let's skip to the next level. There's a code here. H-I-C-I, I think it is. Or is it C-L? Well, I'm doing this from memory here. H-I-C-I. Let's try that and see what happens. That don't look good. It all looks a bit white. Oh, insert the other disc. Right, okay. We're on the right track here, people. Another world, or out of this world in North America. Did you own this game? Did you like it? Did you play it much? Or did you find it a bit frustrating? I haven't played it too much, and it shows because I haven't even got off the first level. So another cutscene here. I think we've been captured, and we're in a big cage. Here's the chap that rescued us, I think. He's got very odd eyelids. Bit like skylights. Or was that me? It was one of us anyway. That might have been me. Right, so we're in this cage here, rocking backward and forward. There's a guard. Now, by using the joystick left and right, I can make this cage swing. And we've got to make it swing so much that we can jump to that ledge there. Gorgeous bit of shadowing on this. I hope this is coming across on the recording. In the background, as extra atmosphere, there's a couple of blokes or 3 chaps smashing rocks. So we're in some sort of mine, I think. We must be acting as some sort of canary. So I'm getting a bit of a swing on this. Left, right. Oh, he's not happy. Jinga bunga bunga. He's not happy. There's going to be something interesting happen in a minute. Whoa, and he's flattened. Hooray. Well done. He's dropped his gun, which I need to pick up, I think. How do I pick this gun up? Oops, I've run past it. Down? I don't know. No, that's just kicked. How did you pick the gun up? Let's hit spacebar. Yeah. So that would happen in real life, wasn't it? Two of you escape from a cage, drop down, and because you can't work out how to pick up a gun that's on the floor, you get shot dead. Let's have another go at this. Maybe we can do it this time. So let's rock back and forward. This is only level 2, you know. In some sort of prison. Heave ho. Heave ho. I bet he's not going to get flattened this time, he says. He's firing up in the air, but towards us. It's a warning shot. Here we go. Oh, he's flattered again. Unlucky, sir. Right, pick up the gun. And the booba. Oh, I can't pick it up. Let's just run this way and hope for the best. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, we're in the prison. Oh, that could go wrong. I've been shot and evaporated. Yeah. Oh, dear. Well, anyway, I hope you liked having a look at that one and my rather crappy gameplay. That was Another World on the Commodore Amiga, published by US Gold in 1991. Thanks for watching as always. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe if you've got something cool to say. And until next time, take care and goodbye.
Goodbye.